Good afternoon and welcome to Bountiful Technologies STEM Education End of Term Virtual Competition. My name is Sevenahin. I'll be the MC for today. So as you can see on the screen, we have the program outline on the screen. As courtesy demand, we will start with an open prayer and then we'll ask Spencer Ayim to give us the open prayer. After the open prayer, we'll have introduction of the Master of Ceremony. I will introduce the Master of Ceremony. After that, we'll have a welcome remarks by Mr. Seth Ogueyim, who is Executive Director of Bountiful Technologies Limited. So Spencer, give us the open prayer.
Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. Thank that we are able to have this competition today, and everybody will do well. Everybody will do well. We think that this first competition will go well, then no matter who loses, everybody is a winner. This I leave it in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Spencer Im, for that inspiring prayer. So my name is Sevenahin. I'm the Master of Ceremony for today. So we are going to have fun. We are going to learn from our students, and they have a lot of things to teach us. So now we're listening to a welcome remarks from Mr. Seth Ogueyim, who is the Executive Director of Bountiful Technologies Limited.
I see if your ear is not very stable.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm most humble to be with you this evening. Really appreciate everyone, especially our students. We want to thank them for their hard work. And then we also want to thank our parents, especially the time they have to assist their students as we prepare for this wonderful competition. We will also like to let everyone know that this recording will be on Metro TV. They are here to record that. We will have it tomorrow, Monday Prime News and Evening News. It will be on Metro. And we'll also be joined by our partner, Vex Robotics, representative for Europe and Africa. He will be joining us on this section as well. We also want to thank our sponsors, especially Bountiful Technologies, Vex Robotics, and Bountiful STEM Education Center, and Bountiful Foundation for all the help they've given us as we prepared. We will also like to recognize our judges for the wonderful work to accept to join this program and be judges for this final competition. We would thank our teachers, especially Roland, Stephen Ahi, and Leonard, and also Johnson Adumako for their great support they've given our students. And we thank our marketing manager and external relation person of Selena Apia for the wonderful parents engagement she's had over the period for this program. As we move to the competition, we want each and everyone to listen carefully as the questions are asked. At the same time, be willing to answer questions, bonus questions. It will be true to everyone. And then that will also be discussed. At this competition, we are going to select our last 4 teams that will be preparing for next year's competition. And we encourage everyone to do their best to mute their phone or their tablets when they are not speaking, so that we cannot disturb the recordings. We also want to thank all parents and friends who are joining us both from Ghana and abroad for this competition. Thank you. I know some places like in the US, it's now just 8 a.m. in the morning, and but some of you have been able to join us. We appreciate that. and all those who are friends of Bountiful Technologies and are continuing to support our effort. Let's have fun today. Let's take the opportunity to learn in the process. And there is no loser in this competition. Everyone who has been able to present or provide some way of their projects, they've been able to succeed in doing that. So we are all winners, but at the same time, we are in the process of learning and be able to be real-time or lifetime learner and problem solver. Thank you everyone. Welcome and let's have fun. Bountiful Technologies, we make technology work, and let's go out there and make a change today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Setogueyim, for that wonderful remarks. So we also appreciate all that you are doing to impact knowledge onto our future generation. Okay, so now we are going to introduce our team, but I would like to make some few announcements. I would like to state that if you are not talking, kindly mute your audio so that it will not interfere with our proceedings. So if you want to talk, then you unmute your audio and talk. So always make sure that your audio is muted before, so that it will not interrupt us. Okay, and also the media is available. They are here to record us. So we want all the children, all our participants to, if possible, you have to join the meeting with video so that when you are talking, your face will show. That will make the graphics very nice. So the media are also here to record. So we want all our participants to join with video. Okay, so right now we are going to introduce our teams. So our team is divided into two parts. The first part is the discovery part. The first part is discovery. Discovery are those who are in the lower primary. Okay. They are amazing children. Between the ages of 5 and 8 years, and they are doing wonderful things. So we have with us Jaden Adosampo, who is from Kent International School. We also have Einstein Atta, who is from St. Paul Lutheran School. We also have George Nouvier Denou, who is from Mary Star International School. And then we have Adwa Banye, who is from Western International School. We also have Nana Kofi Ajimaimenu, who is also from Atu International School. We have Ohima Dasibre from Kent International School. And we have Okatachi Dasibre, also from Kent International School. We have Nana Inkunim from Mary Star International School. And then we have Nana Adom, also from Mary Star International School. So this is the discovery, those in the lower primary. And then from there we go to part two. Part two comprises of those in upper primary. Those in upper primary. So those in upper primary, we have grouped them into 10 teams. The first group comprises of Nana Kwajo from Great Star Start Right. We have Kwesi Tunebo Akudia from Bediakon. We have Nana Banye from West End. We have Michelle Ouassé from Bediakon Memorial Institute and Kofi Danso. They are in group one. All right. So group one, if you are here, can you let us know that you are here? Just say hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
That's very good. Group one members are here. And then group two, we have Sefako Lillian Edeko, Kofi Jima Ntrimensa from Golden Pride International School, Miguel Ouassé from Bediakon Memorial Institute, Augustin Segler from Mary Star of the Sea, and then Sida Nyao Gache. So group two members, if you are here, can you say hi? Okay. Group two, right. We go to group three. Group three, we have Elvis Banye, Selassie Yaku from Rising Sun Montessori, Oswald Boy from Western International, and Sean Tete from Rising Sun Montessori School. Group three members, if you are here, can you say hi?
Hi.
Okay, and then group 4, we have Nana Adum Caesar, Rising Sun Montessori School, William Novet Denu, Morning Star International School, Fifi Asada Dawson Amwa, Great Yard Sanchoa School, Lynette Tete, Rising Sun Montessori School. Group 4 members, can you say hi?
Hi.
5 members, we have Eileen Senam Akoli from Rising Sun Montessori School, Jonathan Sam, Rising Sun Montessori School, the last is Samuel Spencer Ehim, Start Right Montessori School, Jeremy Oko, Trinity School. Group 5 members, can you say hi?
You have to mute me.
Hi.
Group 6 members, we have Alexander Kwesi Akoti Ampofo, Kent International School, Thorson Adokwe, Rising Sun Montessori School, Keke Liawa Akapo, Bediako Memorial Institute, Edric Jau Ewua, Mary Star of the Sea International School, Sheldon Ehim Sartright Montessori School, Cassandra Kwan Bediako Memorial Institute. Can you say hi, group 6 members?
Hi.
Good. And then we go to group 7. We have Nimensa Adokwe, Rising Sun Montessori, Filson Adote Adokwe, Rising Sun Montessori Lashbi, Eleke Gordon Yamadi, Western International School, Jonathan Yonesen, Western International School, Christabel Kwashi, Western International School. Group 7 members, if you are here, can you say hi?
It's not Wilson.
Jufo, yes, Jufo.
Hi.
Group 8 members, we have Abraham Ni Ama, we have Alfonso Torres, we have Kendra Atta, Michael Nate, and Saoki Tihita Sedek. If you are here, can you say hi, group 8 members?
Hi.
And then group 9, we have Fifi Azepa Akuwa, Rising Sun Montessori, Salvador Torres International Community School, Sam Abdul Razak, Bediako Memorial Institute, Lewis Nanakwam Mensah, Bediako Memorial Institute, and Sean Tete, Rising Sun Montessori School. Can you say hi, group 9 members?
Hi.
And then group 10 members, we have Nana Kwame Dako Ansa, Start Right Montessori, Joshua Sambi, Start Right Montessori, Tracy Yabua, Bediako Memorial Institute, Yabua, Bediako Memorial Institute, and Stephanie Yabua, Bediako Memorial Institute. Group 10 members, if you are here, can you say hi? Okay, so these are the groups that are competing today. We have group 1 up to group 10. So now I'll give the rest of time to Mr. Seth Ogueyim to introduce the judges and then the score master for today's program.
Okay, thank you. This is awesome. I'm excited to see you all. Thank you, Stephen, for the opportunity. We have with us Mr. Daniel Alote. He is one of our judges. Daniel, you can just wait for everyone to see us. Yes, I can see Daniel there. Then we have Mr. Solomon Ama. He's with us. Solomon, can you wave? I can see you. Okay, I saw him earlier on. Then we also have Madam Abinat Caesar. Madam, can we see you wave? Everybody see you.
Okay, I'm trying to show my video.
Okay, we can see your video is dark, but we know you are here. Okay.
Okay.
That's great. Then we have the last person is Mr. Ama. But I would like each of you to take 2 minutes and just introduce yourself. Daniel, go for it. Then followed by Madam, then Solomon. Unmute yourself. Okay.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So my name is Daniel Alote. I'm a marine engineer by profession, and I'm specialized in exploration for oil and gas. I have worked for Schlumberger for 15 years, doing exploration all over the world. So I'm very much happy to be here this afternoon to be one of the judges. And we are here to help our kids really develop and also walk and follow our footsteps, whilst we impact the knowledge that we have gained to them and also to learn from them. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Madam Abina.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. As mentioned, I am Abina Caesar. I work with MTN Ghana. I have almost 15 years of experience in the telecom industry. I am also here to assist in today's program to learn from you guys and then share more knowledge if need be. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
Solomon.
you.
Is Solomon available?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, go ahead.
Yes. Okay. Good afternoon to everybody. My name is Solomon Niayama, and I'm one of the judges for today's competition. I have a background in computer engineering, and I'm a certified DDI training facilitator. It is a pleasure to be part of this competition because we can see the marvelous things that our kids are doing. Basically, I am here to lend my support so that we can all have a successful program today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, now they are all going to be our judges, and they will be making sure that we are on point and following all the rules. We have Daniel will be compiling all the lists, and then Solomon will be the timekeeper, and then Madam Abina will be the quality assurance person, making sure that everything that the judges miss, she's able to tell, or no, maybe we missed that, and then she will also be scoring as well. But at the end of the day, Daniel will be the one that will be giving us the score. Thank you. So up to you, Stephen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Seteim and Mr. Solomon Ama, Mr. Daniel Alote, and Mrs. Abna Caesar for that wonderful work. We really appreciate it. And now we will go to the competition, and I would like to, the competition is divided into two parts. We have the discovery, those in the lower primary. Those in the lower primary, you are not going to compete among yourself. We are going to test your knowledge on all that we have taught you, all that we have taught you. So when we ask you a question and you know, you just respond to that question. So if I ask you, what does a North block mean? And you know the answer, you just respond with the answer. So that goes to Jaden, Einstein, Nana Adria, and then, no, Jaden, Einstein, Adria Banye, and then we have Nana Kofi, Ohima Dasebre. So if you know the question, you just respond. But when we finish with that, then we'll come to those in the upper primary. Those in upper primary, that is the innovation. You are going to compete among yourself, and then you have 10 groups. So what we do is each group will have the opportunity to answer 5 major questions. And if you are able to answer one question correct, that's your major question correct, you get 3 marks for that. Okay, if you get it wrong, you will not get any mark for that. And then if a team gets answer wrong, then the question will be given as a bonus. Now listen very carefully. The bonus, if you want to answer a bonus question, you have to send a message to me. That is, my name is Stephen Ahin. You have to send a private message. That's I. Okay, you have to send a private message, and the word you have to put in is just I. Okay, the letter I. Okay, so the one that I will receive first, that person will have the opportunity to answer that question. So when you send your I, and then for instance, Jonathan's I came first, then I'll call upon Jonathan. But when you are answering the question, you have to mention the group that you are from. Okay, so if Jonathan's eye came first, and I asked Jonathan to answer the question. Jonathan, before you answer the question, you say, my name is Jonathan from group 8. Okay, and then you answer the question. So when you get the question correct, the judges will know that this question actually, the math is going for those in group 8. So that is how we are going to do it. So, and after that, we'll come to the project. So, do you have any question?
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
All right. So, if there is no question, Bountiful Technologies.
We make technology work.
Bountiful Tech. I didn't hear you. Bountiful Technologies.
We make technology work.
Very good. All right.
Because you cannot see them.
All right. So we are going to start with those in the lower primary. We are going to start with those in the lower primary. So lower primary, if you know the answer, you just respond. Okay, so Discovery, are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so the first question. In programming, an event is what? In programming, an event is what?
An event is an action that you cause something to happen.
That's very good. Let's clap for Jaden. Jaden has done well. That is an event. That's good. All right. Let's go to the next question. To move to the east, you need the
East block.
You need the east block. That's very good. Let's clap for Jay. Who answered it? Was that Jaden?
George.
George. Okay, let's clap for George. He has done really well. That's good, George. Let's go to the next question. To move to the west, you need the
West block.
That's very good. That's the correct answer. So that's the correct answer. And then to move to the north, you need the
North block.
Okay, you need the north block. That's very good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. I was lost. Yes. All right. So the next question. Bag. What is the bag?
A bug is something going on or an error in our program.
That's very good. Let's clap for JD. Okay. So a bug is an error in our program. Okay. Very good. That's good, JD. And then that's good, George. You are doing well. When our code doesn't work correctly, what do we do?
We use bug.
When our code doesn't work correctly, what do we do?
We debug. We debug the
Debug it. Who answered that?
Einstein.
Einstein, that's very good. Let's clap for Einstein. So When our program doesn't work correctly, we debug it. Okay. The next question is, Dash is not giving up on something.
Persistent. Persistence.
Very good. Who answered that?
Me.
Okay, that's very good, Einstein. That's very good, Jaden. Persistent, that's very good. The repeat block is also known as
A loop.
a loop.
A loop.
Let's clap for that. Let's clap for our discovery class. They are doing well. They are doing well. Good. Great. So a repeat block is known as a loop. Okay, so we have our last question. Dash is when you click your mouse button and hold as you move the mouse pointer to a new location.
Drag. Drag.
That's very good. That's very good.
I said it first. Einstein.
Einstein, that's very good. So all of you have done well. Einstein has answered a lot of questions. Jaden has answered a lot of questions. George has also answered a lot of questions. So that is the end of the quiz part. Let's clap for our discovery class. They've done well. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is I'm going to send you a link. Okay, I'm going to send you a link.
Yes.
We are going to
Link.
present that work. You share your screen and you present that work. Okay, so the first person to do it is Jaden. After Jaden, we'll go to Einstein, and then after Einstein, George. I think this are, because of time, these are around, so they will be the ones to do it. So I'll put it in the chat box.
Link.
So use this link.
Yeah, please, I've seen the link.
Okay, so use it and then share your screen.
I've already clicked on it. Hello.
Okay, so they will share their screen very soon to present to us what they are going to do. Okay, so Jaden, you are doing puzzle 10, okay? So program your robot to harvest the crops, okay? All right. So that is it. So Jaden is programming with the repeat block. So Jaden, you have to tell us why you use the block. Okay. Okay. That is it. Jaden, you couldn't pick all. Debug it. So Einstein, get prepared. You be the next person. So
Okay.
open the link, open your browser so that you can, when Jaden finish, you share your screen. That's good. That's good. That's very good. Let's clap for Jaden. He has done well. That's good. So Jaden, stop sharing. Einstein, share your screen. Einstein, you will do puzzle 8.
So please, I'm sharing my.
Okay, so George, get prepared after Einstein. Puzzle 8. Okay. That's good. So these are our discovery class. They are learning how to code. Okay, so they know the basis of coding. They know what the south block means, what the north block means, and how they can program their harvester to harvest the crops. That's very good. That's very good. Let's clap for Einstein. So the next person is Einstein. Stop sharing. George. Do we have Nana Kofi around? George, you are doing puzzle 11. Okay. Okay. So George want to move west. Want to move west for 4 times. Okay. And after that, move south for 3 times. Okay. And pick the crops and harvest the crops. And then you want to move east 4 times and harvest the crops. Okay. So that is programming with loops in harvester. That's good. That's very good. That's very good. That's very good. That's very good. So let's clap for George, Einstein, and Jaden. They've done a great work. They've done a great work. That's very good. So now that is the end of the evaluation for in discovery. We go to the innovation. We are going to start with our quiz for those in innovation class. Okay. All right. So our judges should get ready. This one, they are going to award marks. So if a group gets a question correct, you award 3 marks. If they get it wrong, no mark. If they get it wrong, we'll give it as a bonus to another group. Okay, so are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Group 1,
Yes.
your major question.
Yeah.
Group 1, your major question. How many playgrounds do we have in the VERSE VR?
Seven.
No. You have 15 seconds, so you can try.
My name is Michelle, and I'm presenting for Group 1.
Yes, go ahead. How many playgrounds do we have in the VERSE VR? 10 is correct. Very good. Correct for 3 points. So group 1, correct for 3 points. Group 2, your major question. Name one playground. Okay, so with this one, you are going to name playgrounds in the first VR. And then if a group mention one, you don't have to repeat that same group. You have to mention another different one. So group 2, name one playground in the first VR.
Dynamic castle crusher.
The dynamic castle crusher, correct? Group 3, name another one.
Wall maze.
Wall maze, that's very good. So group 2, 3 points. Group 3, 3 points. Group 4, name one.
Art canvas.
Art canvas. Group 5, name one.
Grade map.
Grade map, correct for 3 points. So group 4, correct for 3 points. Group 5, correct for 3 points. Group 6, name another one.
Dix maze.
Dix maze, correct for 3 points. Group 7, mention another one.
Dix mover.
Dix mover, correct for 3 points. Group 8, mention another one.
Wall maze.
Wall maze, correct for 3 points.
Group 9, dynamic wall maze.
Dynamic wall maze, correct for 3 points. And then group 10, mention the last one, another one. Group 10. You have 15 seconds. Group 10 members, do we have anyone in group 10 here? Okay, so it seems group 10 members did not show up.
Sir, please the question again.
Okay, we have one here. Name one playground in the best VR.
Grade map.
Okay, great map is correct. All right, so correct for 3 points.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, please, it has already been said.
Great map.
It was said by Spencer.
Okay. All right. So great map has already been said. So group 10, mention another one. Great map has been said. We have dynamic castle crusher has been said. Wall maze, art canvas, great map, dynamic wall maze, mix mover. We have
Dynamic. Dynamic castle crusher.
Dynamic castle crusher has been said.
It's already been said.
Okay, so that is it. So group 10.
This transport. This transport.
This transport, correct for 3 points.
Sir, please, this transport.
Yes, group 10, correct for 3 points. This transport. Let's continue. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this question goes to group 1. In programming, dot 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 is an action that causes something to happen.
Drive train.
No? You have 15 seconds. Dot 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 is an action that causes something.
One-started block.
No. Okay, time up. So this will be a bonus question. If you want to answer, send I. Okay, the first I is from Philson Adokwe.
Sir, please, the start.
No. Mention your name and then your group before you talk.
I think Miguel Hans said I.
Miguel, okay, Miguel. Yes, Miguel. Miguel, talk.
Move forward.
Go.
Sir Louis Smith
Next one is Jonathan.
Sir, please movement.
No. William.
an event.
An event. That's very good. Correct for 1 point. William, which group are you? Group 4. Okay, so group 4. Correct for 1 point. An event is an action that causes something to happen in programming. All right. Let's go to group 2, your major question. A set of instructions designed to perform a specific task is known as. A set of instructions designed to perform a specific task is known as.
Drivetrain.
No.
Program.
No. So time up, bonus. Okay. I from Jonathan.
Event.
No. Della.
Code.
No. Selassie.
Code.
Selassie, I didn't get you.
Please a block.
No.
I said a code. Sir, I said a code.
No, it's not a code. Okay, so I'm taking my bonus mark. Discovery, who can answer?
Sir, please say the question again.
Dodo, a set of instructions designed to perform a specific task is known as.
Loop. Uncle Stephen.
Yes, Spencer.
It's a robot.
No. Okay, so it's called an algorithm. Algorithm, okay? An algorithm is a set of what? Instructions, okay? Designed to perform a specific task. So in programming, we call it algorithm. Group 3, your major question. An error or mistake in a program that prevents the program from being run correctly is known as. Group 3.
Sir, please, what was the question?
An error or mistake in a program that prevents the program from being run correctly is known as.
Sir, please a bug.
A bug is correct for 2 points. A bug is correct for 3 points. Group 3, 3 points. That's good. Group 4, your major question. A person who writes code and communicates instructions to a computer is called. A person who writes code and communicates instructions to a computer is called.
Sir, please, I can't hear your question well. A programmer. A programmer.
A programmer is correct for 3 points. Group 4, correct for 3 points. Group 5, your major question. Order of events, commands carried by a computer exactly as they are written to run properly is known as. Order of events, commands carried by a computer exactly as they are written to run properly is known as.
A code.
No.
A program.
No.
A program.
No.
Tapis event.
No, it's not an event. So bonus question, if you know, send I to me. Edric.
Sir,
Sir, please, programmer.
No. Elike?
Say a robot.
Elike, what did you say?
A sequence.
A sequence. Very good. Correct for 1 point. Which group are you?
7.
Group 7, 1 point. It's a sequence, okay? A sequence is an order of events carried by a computer. The next group question goes to group 6. An algorithm that has been coded into something that can be run by a machine is known as?
A code.
A code is correct. A code is correct. Correct for 3 points, group 6.
No. This is group 4. No.
Group 6 answered it. So correct for 3 points, group 6. Group 7. Breaking a program down into smaller pieces is known as?
Sir, please a debug.
No. Breaking a program down into smaller pieces is known as? Okay, bonus. So if you know, send I. Oswald.
Sir, please module.
No. Jeremy.
Collapse.
No. Kofi Jima.
Substitute.
Jonathan. Okay, so I'm going to take my bonus. Okay, so it's decompose. If you want to break program down into smaller pieces, we call it what? Decompose. Okay, you have to decompose it. So that is the answer. All right. Group 8, your major question. A single instruction for a computer is known as? A single instruction for a computer is known as? Okay. Time is up. Bonus. If you know, send I. Okay, so I from Selassie.
Sir, please, that was the previous question, but you didn't call me.
Okay, so it's 52 now. All right, so William. Elike.
Sir, please, an instruction.
No. Okay. Yes, an instruction. Correct for 1 point. Okay, correct for 1 point. So which group are you?
7.
Group 7. Correct for 1 point. Command is also an instruction. So correct for 1 point. All right. Group 9, your major question. So group 7, 1 point. Group 9, the action of doing something over and over again or repeating code is known as? The action of doing something over and over again or repeating a code is known as?
Simply duplicating.
Pardon?
Duplicating.
No.
A loop.
A loop. Very good. Correct for 3 points. Group 9. Correct for 3 points. Group 10. Finding and fixing errors or mistakes in program is known as? Finding and fixing errors or mistakes in programs is known as? Okay, so Time up. Bonus if you know, send I. Okay, so I from Jeremy.
Debugging.
Debugging, correct for 1 point. That's group
Group
5,
5.
right? Group 5, correct
Yes.
for 1 point. Group 5, 1 point. Okay, so let's go to the next set of questions. This goes to group 1. Group 1. An algorithm that has been coded into something that can be run by a machine is known as.
Oh.
Code is correct for 3 points. Group 1, correct for 3 points. All right. Group 2, your major question. Are instructions that depend on what something is true or false.
Command.
Pardon?
Command.
No.
Instruction.
No, not instructions. Okay, time up. Bonus if you know, send I. Okay, William.
A bully.
No.
Sir, please say the question again.
Nanado, I'm not going to repeat the question.
Sir, please a program.
No. Kendra.
Code.
No. Selassie.
Condition.
Condition, very good. Correct for 1 point. Selassie, which group are you?
Group 3.
Group 3, correct for 1 point. It's a condition. That's good. Group 3, your major question. Dot is a variable used throughout a program that never changes. Dot is a variable used throughout a program that never changes value. It's a variable used through a program that never changes value. What is that?
Constant.
Constant is correct for 3 points. Group 3, correct for 3 points. That's good. Group 4, your major question. Dot is a placeholder for a piece of information that can change in a program. Dot is a placeholder for a piece of information that can change in a program.
Playground.
No.
A code.
No.
Constance.
Not a constant. Time up. Bonus. If you know, send I. Lewis.
Robot.
Lewis.
Sir, please, command.
Not command.
Help.
Eileen.
Variables.
A variable, very good. Correct for 1 point. Which group?
Sir, group 5.
Group 5, that's very good. It's a variable, okay? A variable is a placeholder for a piece of information that changes in the program. That was group 4 question, right?
Yes.
Okay, so group 5, your major question. How many bits are in bytes? How many bits are in bytes? How many bits, B-I-T-S, are in bytes, B-Y-T-E-S?
8.
8 is correct for 3 points. Group 5, correct for 3 points. That's very good. Okay. Group 6, problem solving related to computers, programming, or computer science using skills such as decomposing problems, pattern recognition, abstractions, and automation is known as problem solving related to computers, programming, or computer science using skills such as decomposing problems, pattern recognition, abstraction, and automation is known as
Coding.
no.
From George to me.
Okay, time up. Bonus. If you know, say send I. Fijima.
So you mean
William.
Programming.
No. Selassie.
Engineering.
No. Edric.
Commandment.
Okay, so that is it. So it's computational thinking. Okay, computational. That's the answer. Computational thinking. Group 7, your major question.
Hello, Stephen.
Sorry, what group was that?
That was
Steven.
group 6 question.
No, I mean, who answered the bonus question? What group?
Oh no one answered it correct. I answered it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So no
So
one.
whose major question are you going to?
Group 7.
Group 7. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Hello, Stephen.
Hello.
Yeah, I would like to find out if the lower primary are done.
Yes, they are done.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Group 7, your major question. The language of a computer programming is called
Surface data.
no. The language of a computer programming is called
Code. Surface codes.
code. Correct for 3 points. Group 7 correct for 3 points. Group 8, your major question. Is the type of specialized engineering that deals with the design, construction, operation, and application of robots. Is the type of specialized engineering that deals with the design, construction, operation, and application of robots.
Yes.
Group 8. Okay, time up. Bonus if you know, send I. Lewis.
Sir, please, it is robotics.
Robotics, correct for 1 point. Which group are you?
Please, group 9.
Group 9, correct for 1 point. Group 9, your major question. Block will repeatedly check a Boolean reporter block and will not move to the next block until the Boolean block reports true.
Sir, please wait until block.
Wait until block, correct for 3 points. That's very good. And then group 10, your major question. Group 10. I am a block in block card. You can use me if you want to deduct a shape from a 3D shape. Who am I? Group 10. I am a block in block card. You can use me if you want to deduct a shape from a 3D shape. Who am I? Okay. Time up bonus if you know, send I.
Defense block.
Oh, I didn't call you. All right, so 0. I didn't call you, so we are not going to award any mark. I have to call you before you respond. Okay, so now we go to our judges to give us a short overview of the marks before we come to the last round. We are left with the last round.
Okay, so at the end of round 3 or question 3,
yes,
we have group 1 scoring 6 points, group 2 scoring 3, group 3 scoring 10 points, group 4 scoring 7 points, group 5 scoring 8 points, group 6 scoring 6 points, group 7 scoring 8 points, group 8 scoring 3 points, group 9 scoring 10 points, and group 10 scoring 3 points. So at the end of round 3, we have group 3 and group 9 at par and leading the scores. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great.
All right, so now you know where your group is. So you have to do well in the final round. You have to do well in the final round. So group 1, your major question. I coordinate the flow of power and information on the robot. Who am I? I coordinate the flow of power and information on the robot. Who am I?
Can you repeat the question again?
This is the last time I'll repeat the question. I coordinate the flow of power and information on the robot. Who am I?
That was 3. It's now 6. Can you see bonus?
Okay, so bonus, if you know, send I. Okay, Jeremy.
Connector.
No, Oswald.
Surplus technology.
No, Lewis.
Surplus switch.
No, Kofi Jima.
The brain.
The brain, correct for 1 point. Which group?
Group 2.
Group 2, the robot brain. Okay, that's the correct answer. Group 2, your major question. Dodo refers to how many times the GS will cycle in its axis. Dodo refers to how many times the GS will cycle in its axis. What is that?
1, 4.
No?
Rotate.
Rotate, very good, very good. That's rotation. Okay, so correct for 3 points. Group 2, correct for 3 points. That's good. Group 3, your major question. What happens to your robot when you use a negative speed value? What happens to your robot when you use a negative speed value?
It comes backwards.
It comes backwards. That's very good. Correct for 3 points. It comes backwards or it reverse. Group 3, correct for 3 points. Group 4, your major question. If your robot is facing north and you want to turn to the west, if your robot is facing north and you want to turn to the west, how many degrees do you need to turn the robot to the left? Face west. If your robot is facing north and you want to turn to the west, how many degrees do you need to turn the robot to the left?
90 degrees.
90 degrees to the left. That's very good. Correct for 3 points. Group 4. Group 5, your major question. I am a field of study. I use design, construction, and mechanical power to create machines and mechanical systems that solve problems. Who am I?
Please, an engineer. Yeah, please, an engineer.
No?
An electrical engineer.
No.
A robot.
No?
An electrical
engineer. Mechanical engineer.
Mechanical engineer is correct. Correct for 3 points. Group 5. Group 6. What other are operations in block card that modify a shape? For example, moving it around, stretching or squeezing it, changing its color.
Transform.
Transform, very good. Correct for 3 points, group 6. Group 7, your major question. Dot is any push or pull that causes an object to change its position.
That is force.
Force, correct for 3 points. Group 8, your major question. Dot is all about using practical and scientific knowledge to create solutions for identified problems.
Civil engineering or engineering.
Engineering is correct for 3 points. Group 8, correct for 3 points. Group 9, your major question. Dot of the energized electromagnet block in the verse VR is used to attract objects to the electromagnet. Dot of the energized electromagnetic block in the verse VR is used to attract objects to the magnet.
Says the loop. No, wait.
Oh.
Okay. The magnet.
No, time up. Bonus if you know, send I. Okay, William.
Magnet.
No, Abraham.
Energize.
No, Nanado.
Please, a boost.
Boost. Very good. Correct for 1 point. Which group are you?
Group 4.
Group 4.
I said a boost before the magnet.
Pardon?
So please, when we're reading the question the second time, I said boost. Maybe because you were reading the question, you did not hear it.
Oh, I didn't hear it. So judges, what do we do?
I think we should give another question.
Okay, we should give them another question.
Exactly, and then we cancel this.
All right.
So we suspend the bonus question, right?
We suspend the bonus. Okay.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes, thank you. Okay, group 9. Your question. What does the abbreviation WWW stand for in programming?
So please, World Wide Web.
World Wide Web, correct for 3 points. All right. So that brings us to the end of the quiz. Because of time, we can't go to the 5th round. We are almost again time, so we'll end at the 4th round. So now we'll go to our judges and then...
I have an observation. I think you have not given group 10 an opportunity to answer
a question. Yes.
Their last question.
Yes, very good.
Yes, you're right.
Very good. All right. Group 10, your major question. In terms of computing, what does the abbreviation ROM stands for? What does the abbreviation ROM stand for, group 10? Okay, bonus. Nelson?
Read only memory.
Read only memory. Correct for 1 point. Read only memory. So which group?
That is group 6.
Group 6. Correct for 1 point. So now that brings us to the end of the quiz. So we go to our judges to pronounce the results at the end of our quiz competition, and then we go to our projects.
All right, so at the end of round 1, we have group 1 scoring 6 points, group 2 scoring 7 points, group 3 scoring 13 points, group 4 scoring 10 points, group 5 scoring 11 points, group 6 scoring 10 points, group 7 scoring 11 points, group 8 scoring 6 points, group 9 scoring 13 points, group 10 scoring 3 points. So at the end of round 1, we have group 3 and group 9 still tying and leading the scores with 13 points apiece. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for the score line. So now you know where your group is. So now we are going to give you 5 minutes, and that 5 minutes we are going to load your VS VR. We are going to start with the VS VR, the dynamic castle crasher. So you load your VS VR dynamic castle crasher. Make sure you load your playground because we will not have time for you when we give you time to share your screen. So load your playground, load your work. So when we ask you to share your screen, then you share your screen and then present your work. So you have 5 minutes to do that. And I want all the members in the group to load their work. So if your group member is having problem, you can also share your screen and present on behalf of the group. So at this point, we'll go to Mr. Said. Mr. Said, do you have anything to say? Do you have anyone who just joined us that you would like to acknowledge?
Yes. Well, I want to thank everyone. As I told you, the media guy is already here. You can see him from Metro TV. Then we also have the Vex Robotics team are also online, and we have a participant. She's an instructor in the US, Yvonne Barakesi. She's also joining us from the US. Yvonne, can we see you say hi? Yeah, Yvonne is also online. Yeah, Yvonne, go ahead and just say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so Yvonne is on, and we have others also joining us for this program. So we want to say thank you, everyone, and all the teams. You are doing so well. Everyone is doing their best. So thank you, keep it up. And then as we wait for the judges to announce the winner for the quiz section, then we will move to the competition with the challenge to see those who did their presentation. But up to now, we've not received group 6 and group 10, their presentation, their video presentations that they were to create. The judges have still not received those 2 presentations, group 6 and group 10. So let's take note of that. If you have not submitted and you are having challenge, let us know. So because we're going to use that for the final award.
Mr. Steph, let me come in a bit. Group 6 have submitted, and that is on the Google Drive.
Okay.
What we are missing is group 10.
Group 10. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. So thank you, everyone. We are so much happy to have all of you here today, especially the parents that are also joining us from the house. As announced that this will be on Metro TV on Monday, prime news and evening news as well. So everyone, get glued to your seats and watch that. At the same time, you can follow us on our Facebook page. All the recordings will be, especially the news item, will be on Facebook and YouTube as well.
So we have 3 minutes more. Load your playground. If you want to drink water, you can drink water, and then we'll come back in 3 minutes time to continue. So when we come back, we'll start with group 1. Group 1 will be the first group to start in chronological order. From group 1, we go to group 2, group 3, group 4. So we have 3 more minutes to do that.
Yeah, and we also want to thank the judges for taking time off this weekend to be with us and help us get the best, all the students' effort. As we always say in STEM education, everyone, failure is part of the learning process. If you have not done well in today's competition, it doesn't mean it's the end. There are some people who did very well in the quiz, who may not do very well in the challenges, but at the same time, everyone is a winner in this program. We are giving everyone the opportunity to learn. At the same time, we are helping you to start thinking critically to be able to solve real-world problems. So thank you to everyone, the teachers, the management of Bountiful Technologies, Bountiful Education Center, and then also our partners, Vex Robotics. We thank you for the opportunity you've given our rising generation to be able to develop skills of the 21st century, that they will be out there and be able to solve real problems. As we can all, the COVID-19 has allowed everything to go virtual. As we do the virtual class, the skills has never changed. We are building a virtual robot and programming it, and this skill is the same when we get back to school. You'll be able to apply them. So thank you, the teachers, for your effort. We will continue to support, management will continue to support you as you work hard to help these our students. We also thank the parents for their coaching, especially making sure the devices are available for the children to attend class. And don't forget, we're also starting our summer class on the 1st of August to the 21st. The summer camp is coming up. It's a virtual summer camp. It will be very exciting, where you will have other professionals coming in to talk to us about the various things we will be doing. So we thank you all for that. And parents of those who have not registered, go ahead and register and ensure that your kids enroll in that. We will also be giving a lot of training on presentations, on project planning, and the importance of planning effectively. So we encourage everyone, especially parents, tell your friends, their kids that will be home, they should join for that program. It will be a 4 weeks intensive program. At the same time, those teams that won, we'll also be coaching them in those sections. So everyone in this program, we expect you to also enroll during the summer camp. That will help you to learn more and especially advanced skills. We will be doing our programming, our 3D design, and the animation. This will be doing a lot of animation design, helping you to design effectively and also prepare you for next year competition, hopefully in Texas. So please, parents, we encourage you to continue to support the program as we prepare our 21st century problem solver, especially if you could imagine what our discovery class were doing. We were doing so wonderfully. We also thank you all for supporting them. And our innovation class, these are engineers. I don't call them students anymore. They are engineers. You're going to see the display in their program and what they will be presenting today at this competition. Thank you. So thank you for the support, parents. We appreciate that. And we want to let you know we really love the kids, and we continue to support them, that they will be able to be successful in whatever area in STEM they choose to pursue. And that is one of the things we will be doing. Again, before the end of the summer camp, we'll be organizing education summit, a STEM education summit, a virtual one, which we will let parents to know. We'll bring ACT that do STEM assessment for our students to know their STEM capabilities and see which area in STEM, it is computer science or engineering, that they will pursue so that we can take it to the next level. It's very, very important that parents enroll in that. At the same time, we are planning before the end of next week, we will let you know the workshop for parents on how to use internet and technology at home to protect your family, as we said at the parents teachers. So thank you for all your support. I would pause and allow Selena to make a comment about how, because she worked with the parents, and what are some of the observations as we go forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We welcome everyone. And as Mr. Ogo said, we appreciate everything each one of you are doing. Especially, we thank the parents so much that you are always there for them, providing them internet for them to meet as a team, to work together. It's very, very amazing to see how the children are working together. And we encourage everyone to continue to enroll in this program. This program never ends. So if you're not being selected for preparing for the next competition, that doesn't mean that you should quit the program. You should still continue to be part of the program, because we will still prepare other teams that will still go and compete every year. So don't end it here. When you end it here, that means you don't want to study the STEM education. So please, we encourage parents to still register their wards for this coming summer camp. And when school reopen, we will still continue, because it's every year. The competition is every year. It's not once for the lifetime. So if you can't go this next year, 2022, 2023, up to whichever date that you've decided to go and compete among other children around the world. So never quit. And it's a practical work. So I'm using this opportunity to tell parents who are helping their children being active in this program. That's the kind of parent we want, because it's practical. And we want the children to be available all the time. If you miss this class, you can't understand. You don't know what they are doing. So we need a parent that can support their children to be part of this program. So we thank all parents and we appreciate everything. We also love the children so much. Sometimes when you call them and the kind of the terms they are using, I feel so happy and excited being part of this wonderful program. So enroll your children this coming summer school. We are teaching something different. And when we come back in September, which is the new academic year, we will continue with where we stop with this program. So this program is ending today, and the summer camp is something different. We are not teaching what they are learning learning now. This one will continue in September, but summer, we want it to be amazing. We want the children to learn more things about technology, where the world is going, so that they will be able to even help you as a parent, also to engage yourself in technology. Thank you very much, and we love you all. Thank you, Mr. Seth.
Thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciate everything. Stephen, our judges, how far?
Yes, they've already announced the result for the quiz at the end of the quiz. So now we are going to the project aspect.
Okay.
So, is your project ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
yeah, let me explain how the project is going to be awarded. Just as I told you that you have to be innovative and you have to bring a program that your robot will be able to crash all the buildings within the shortest possible time. Okay, so and I said I want you to beat the time from 4 minutes. Okay, so we are giving you 4 minutes. So you have 4 minutes. When you load your playground, you have 4 minutes for your robot to crash all the buildings in the playground. So the more buildings you crash in the 4 minutes, the more marks your group will get. So group 1, share your screen and present your work.
My name is Michelle, and I'm Wasi, and I'm presenting on the behalf of my group members. I attend school at Bidiako Memorial Institute. I'm in class 4.
Okay, Michelle, can you rotate your phone? We can't see your playground well, okay? Okay, now we can see it clear.
No, this was a different one.
What, is that not the work?
So no, I saved 2. When I did it, I didn't finish that, and then the second one I finished it.
No. So is this your work?
No.
Okay, so load the work you are presenting. Load that one because the judges are waiting to award marks. They don't have to award marks to a wrong project. So when you load, tell us that this is the work you are presenting, so that we'll know that this is the work you are presenting. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So is this the one? Okay. All right. So 4 there, 2 there, that is 6. 2 here, 8. 1 here, 9. 9 buildings off. 10 buildings. Okay, so that one is 2, but there is 1 still there, so 11 buildings. So that is also is 11 divided by 4 times 5. 11 divided by 4 times 5 because they weren't able to clear all the buildings. They cleared all the buildings. They cleared 11 buildings. And their program stopped, so we are going to divide it by 4 minutes and multiply it by 5.
Is that all? No, done.
Judges,
right.
are we good?
Yes, we get to the next one. Michelle, you're done right now. I'm muted.
Judges, are we good?
Yes, we are.
Okay, group 2.
I'm muted. I'm muted.
Group 3, get ready.
My name is Miguel. I'm presenting on behalf of
Also, I'm maybe I got 30 minutes. That's all.
Group 2, where is your work? Okay. So please load your playground, okay? Load your playground. We can see. Okay, now we can see. So 2 down. Another 2 down. That is 6. That is 8. That is 9. 10. This one carries 2 marks. Wow, 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 wow. So all the buildings cleared successfully. So the judges know what to do in 1 minute. That's great. Let's go to group 3.
My name is Salatinyaku, and I'm presenting on behalf of Group 3. Group 3 comprises of Oswald Boy, Elvis Vanya, and myself.
Salasi, can you hold on for a minute?
Okay.
Okay, moderator.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so for group 1, they cleared 11 buildings.
Yes.
Also in a minute.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
so
Also
that is 11 divided by 1 times 5. Am I right?
No.
Okay, please come again on that.
Yeah, they cleared all the building. They cleared 11 buildings in a minute.
Yes.
In a minute, yeah.
Yeah, so we are looking at number of buildings cleared successfully in a minute.
Yes.
So that is 11 divided by
1.
By 1 times 5.
Yes. So
Yes.
that'll be 55.
That'll be 55, I think so.
Okay, thank you. So group two scored full marks, which is 60.
Okay, yes.
All right, thank you.
All right. Okay.
My name is Salatinyaku, and I'm presenting on behalf of Group 3. Group 3 comprises of Oswald Boy, Elvis Vanya, and myself. So this is the project to program the VR robot to crash all the castles in the dynamic castle crusher.
Okay.
This is the way.
Okay. So how many buildings in a minute? The middle one, you cleared one, it left with one, so that is one there. And then the one at the top, you cleared one instead of all they didn't go, so that is also one there. So that is 10 buildings. Am I right? That is 10, am I right?
Yes.
10 buildings in a minute.
Yes.
Okay. Group 4. Ten buildings in a minute.
My name is Nana Adam Caesar. I attend Rising Sun Montessori School. This is group 4. Members are Nana Adam Caesar, William Nevu Demu, Lennes Tete, and Fifi Dansoma. I am presenting Best Code Viral, Diamond Castle Crusher.
Okay, so let's count the number of buildings. Start.
I'm coming.
So that is 2 buildings off. That is 1 off. That is another 2 off. So that is 4.
So one building went.
That is 4. Group 4. Do you have any of the group members who has the work? I think you're having a slow network there, so that is why
It's coming. It's coming small.
Yeah, you're having a slow network there. That will affect the number of.
His speed, the robot speed is too much.
That will affect.
I had plenty of robot speed, but I didn't come. William has the other work.
Work.
William,
okay. So we'll come back to group 4. Let's go to group 5. So William, prepare and share your screen. He is having a slow network there. That will affect your number of buildings clear successfully per minute. So William, prepare. Group 5.
Yes.
My name is Eileen and I'm presenting on behalf of Group 5. The team members who helped me do the work are Jeremy and Spencer.
Okay, so 4 buildings off. Oh, nearly. So that is 1, 5. And then another one is here. 6 plus 2, 8. That is 10. Okay, so 1 is there, so it's 9. 9 buildings. Let's see this one. No. No. Would you like to restart again?
Yes, sir.
Okay, restart again and let's see. Okay, start. That is 2 off. Another 2, 4. Oh, one is there. So that is 3. Plus 1, 4. Okay. That is 6, 8. Okay. 8 plus 2, that is 10. Okay. So that is it. 10 buildings in a minute. Group 5. 10 buildings in a minute. So 10 divided by 1 times 5. Okay, group 5, thank you. Group 6.
My name is Sheldon Eyi. I am in group 5 and I attend school at Startright. I'm in group 6 and I attend school at Startright Montessori School. I'm presenting for group 6. The people who participated are William, Alex, Joseph, Edric, Alex, and Kekeli. Cassandra couldn't participate.
10, but there is a half there. Okay, that is
problem.
2, 11, because there is a half there and there is a half here. So you have 11. Okay, you want to reset it? Okay, reset it and see. We'll give you. So the first one you had 11. Let's see the second one. Okay, that is 4 down. Okay, 4 plus 4, 8. That is 10, but there is a half there.
Ah, come on. Where is the 10 of it?
Half there.
No, the 10
okay. So it's the same 11. It's the same 11. All right, so group 6, 11 buildings cleared successfully. 11. Group 7.
My name is Elike Gordon Yamadi. I attend school at West End. Members of Group 7 who participated are Jufela Dokwe, Ni Mensa Dokwe, Jonathan Yonison, and Christabel Kwashi, and me.
Okay, so 2 off. Another 2, that is 4. That is 5, but there is a half there. There is also half here, so that will be 1. So that is 6 plus 2, 8, 2, 10, half there, so that is 9, okay? 11. Okay, so 11 buildings. You want to try again?
Okay, sir.
11 buildings in a minute. Let's see. Okay, so that is 2, 4, 5. Okay.
Sir, please.
Okay, there are 2 here.
Sir, please, can I try for a last time? The program is...
Oh, you've tried 2, so we'll take the first one, 11. 11 buildings successfully in a minute.
Sir, please, thank you.
All right, so 11 buildings in a minute. That is group 7. Group 8. Group 8. If group 8 is not ready, group 9.
Sir, please, group 9 is ready.
Yeah, present.
Okay.
Sir, please, my name is Fifa Zipako and I'm presenting on the behalf of Group 9. Sir,
Okay.
please, this is the work of Dynamic Castle Crusher, and I'm come to present it for Group 9.
Okay. Okay, 2 buildings off. 2, 4. 5 plus 2, 7.
Sir, please, I think there was a mistake.
Plus 2, 9. You finish this one. Okay, plus 1.5. There is a half there, so that is 10.5. Okay, you can start another one. So this one you had 10.5. Reset it and let's see. Group 8, get ready. Two off. Okay, that is 1, so 3. Plus 1, 4. 5. Okay, plus 3, 8. No, so we'll take the 10.5. 10.5 buildings cleared successfully. That's group 9. So 10.5 over 4. 10.5 over 1, sorry. 10.5 over 1. Group 8. Group 8, group 10. Group 8, group 10. Okay, group 4. Group 8, group 10, group 4. We are waiting for you. Group 4, if you are ready, share your screen. Okay, so William for group 4.
My name is William. I'm in grade 7. I attend the Morning Star School. I'm 13 years old. And my group members are Yasra Dawson, Nanda Caesar, and Lynette Tete. And I'm about to present the dynamic castle.
Okay, start. Have you loaded your work? Okay.
My network is so slow.
Okay, so two off. Okay. That is another two. That is four. I think this particular group, they are having a problem with their network, so we have to factor that in. It's not because their robot is moving slow, it's because of their network. That's one of the challenges we face if we are doing competition online. So we'll factor that in for them. So they have four now. Okay, so that is one, so five.
So please, none of them went.
Pardon?
I was saying, rest are still there on the middle one.
What is this?
Okay, so 5 buildings, your robot is lost. Okay, you still have the opportunity again.
Sir,
Hello.
service and my program, my robot D4.
Okay, Nana, don't share yours. William, stop sharing. Nana, don't share yours.
Sir, please, Group 9, when we do our own, we send it to them through Gmail.
Okay, so Nana, don't share your screen. Okay. Start it. Go group 8 and group 10. Prepare.
We will lose today.
You will not lose.
Listen that.
You will not lose.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Have faith that you will win. Okay, so we have 2 buildings off. We have another 2 here, that is 4. Okay, so that is 5.
Hello.
So that is 5. Nana Adam. William had 5. Yours is also 5. Okay. And we also factored your network issue. So that is 5 buildings in a minute. Judges, I think that is okay. That is group 4.
Yes, sir. Group 4.
Yes, 5 buildings cleared successfully in a minute. So 5 over 1 times 5. Group 8. So stop sharing. Group 8. Who is presenting for group 8? Abraham, Kendra, Michael.
Sir, please, group 10 is ready.
Yes, group 10, share your screen.
Okay, please, you forgot phone.
Okay. Okay, so that is 2. Three. Okay, 3 plus 3, that is 6, and the robot fell. Okay, so 6 buildings in a minute. Group 10, 6 buildings in a minute. All right, so stop sharing. Group 8. Group 8 members, are you here? So, Stephanie, stop sharing. Group 10, this building successfully in a minute. Stephanie, can you stop sharing your screen? Group 8. Kendra, can you hear me? Abraham, can you hear me? Okay, so we are giving you 1 minute. If I don't hear from you, then we are going to award 0. Audrey, please stop sharing. Your group has finished presenting so that other group will share, please. Thank you. So group 8, I just had a message that the one who will present didn't come. The one who will present didn't come. But I told you to have a backup. Okay. So that is it for group 8. Your group member has.
So hold on. Who are now know those who are in group 8?
Group 8, let me give you group 8. We have group 8 coming.
So please, Alfonso is supposed to be submitting the work.
So group 8, we have Abraham, Niama, we have Alfonso Torres, Kendra Atta, Michael Nati, and Sauki Tihita Sidik.
Let me see group 8.
Yes.
So please, Alfonso is supposed to be
Alfonso was in. He's here.
We told you.
Okay. That's okay.
We should go ahead because we told them that every team member should have access to all the project work. We told them.
That's okay.
So we should move on. It's a competition, so we should move on.
Okay, they are disqualified themselves, so just continue.
Okay, so because of time, we'll go straight to the blouse card, and then after that, the judge.
What about group 10?
Yeah, they've presented.
Okay.
So judges, I think it's only group 8 that have not presented, right?
Daniel.
Yes, that is right. That is right.
Okay. So let's go to the blouse card. We'll start from group 1. Share your screen and present your project on blouse card.
My name is Nakojo Amakwabwati. I am in group 1. I attend school at Star Tribe Montessori. My group members are Michelle Wazi, Kofi Dansu, Nana Bani, and Park Trinibua Kudia.
Okay. Okay, so that is his project. We can see the table there. Okay, with the legs that has been. Okay, the legs are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the apple. But this doesn't look like an apple.
Sir, please, I couldn't do the top of it.
Okay, that's great.
Do the top.
Okay, that's great. You've done a great work. Okay, so judges, take notes. Stop sharing. Group 2. Group 2. So that was group 1 that just finished presenting. Who is presenting for group 2?
Sir, please, Miguel.
Okay. Okay, if group 2 is not ready, group 3. Load your work and present. All the groups, please load your work. So when I mention your group, you just go ahead and present. Group 3, okay. So this is group 3. We can see the table with 4 legs and then the apple on top, okay?
Okay.
Okay, judges will take notes. Pardon?
Which group is this?
Sir,
Group
please,
3.
group
This is
3.
group 3.
Okay.
So, judges, can we go ahead?
Yes, please.
Oh, sorry. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I didn't allow them to do that. I just went ahead. Sorry, I interrupted. So, okay, start.
My name is Salasinyako and I'm presenting on behalf of Group 3. Group 3 consists of Oswald Boy, Elvis Banya, and myself. The group members who participated are Oswald Boy and myself. So this is our block card project, which is a table that has 3 apples on top of it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, group 4.
Who this one? My name is William Ladin. I'm 13 years old and I attend the monitor school. The name of group is the Fantastic Four, and the members are Anadu Tisa, United, and Chifi Accidentals. The people that help to do the work are Fifi and A. Anadu and I. Now about them, and we are presenting 3 apples on the table. Thank you.
Okay, so that is group 4. So judges, take notes. You can check the position of where the apples are. It was designed correctly, but wrong position. So they need to be penalized for that. Okay, let's go to the next group. Group 5. Group 6, get ready.
My name is Jeremy Uka and I'm presenting on behalf of Group 5, Bounty Box. All the group members inside the group are Spencer Ayim, Eileen Sanam Akoli, Jonathan Sam, and Delasi Samuel. All our group members attended and participated except for Delasi Samuel. So this is my project work, our project work.
Okay, so well noted. We have seen it. Judges, can we go ahead?
Yes, let's proceed.
Okay, group 6. Group 7, get ready.
Sir, please, group 6 is ready. Yes, I'm sharing my screen.
Go ahead.
So, my name is Philson Adokwe and I'm presenting on behalf of group 6. And my group members who participated are Sheldon Lee, Alexander Ampofu, Edric Ewa, and Kekeli Akaku. And this is our project. It consists of a green apple, 2 red apples, a
Okay. Not again because we are not seeing your screen. Group 6.
Sir, please, can you see my screen now?
Yes, now I can see.
Yes.
So this is our project.
Wow, creativity. Wow. That's amazing.
Okay. So, Judges, can you go ahead? Can we go to the next group?
Elike, are you ready?
Okay, group 7.
My name is Jofla and I'm presenting on behalf of Group 7. And the members who participated are Elike Gordon Namadi, Nimensa Adokwe, Jonathan Unison, and Christopher Brokoshi, and myself. So this is our table and apples.
Okay, so that is group 7. The judges will award them. Okay, so let's go to group 8.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is the blood card I'm presenting on the behalf of Faith. And my group members are Abraham, Ama, Ofonsu, Michael, and Suki. And those who participated in this project work was I and Abraham.
What are they?
This is our table.
Okay, so that is group 8. So that is group 8 presentation. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next group, group 9.
My name is Lewis Mesa, and I'm present. And this is the presentation for the ROBOTICS group into bracket group 9. Those who participated are Fifi, Akoa, Salma, and I, Luis, and Salvador. So now, this is my project.
Hey.
So that is group 9. Group 9 project. Group 9.
So this is the end of your presentation. Thank you, sir.
Group 10. After group 10, group 2. Group 10 and group 2. If you are ready, share your screen.
Now group 10.
Group 10 or group 2. Any group that is ready can share. Okay, so Miguel is in group 2.
So you say
Wow, this is a nice one.
Anyone? Hello?
Okay, so that is it for group 2. Group 10. Group 10. Who is presenting for group 10? Okay, so group 10, did you do the work? Okay, so that is it. So that is the end of our project presentation. That is the end of the project presentation. So now the judges will announce the marks for the project 2 and project 3. When they finish, they will collate the marks and then they will announce the final results. So judges, You can announce your results for project 2 and project 3.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I would start with project 3. Then we go to project 2. Or better still, I'll start with project 2. Then I'll move to project 3. So project 2, group 1 scored 59 points. Group 2 scored 66 points. Group 3 scored 54 points. Group 4 scored 29 points. Group 5 scored 54 points. Group 6 scored 59 points. Group 7 scored 59 points. Group 8 scored 0. Group 9 scored 56 points, 5. And group 10 scored 34. So that is for project 2. And for project 3, group 1 scored 14 points. Group 2 scored 20 points. Group 3 scored 20 points. Group 4 scored 18 points. Group 5 scored 20 points. Group 6 scored 18 points. Group 7 scored 18 points. Group 8 scored 18 points. Group 9 scored 18 points. And group 10 scored 0.
Okay, so that is it from Mr. Daniel. Let's go to Mr. Solomon Ama.
For project 2, group 1 scored 55 points. Group 2 scored 60 points. Group 3 scored 50 points. Group 4 scored 25 points. Group 5 scored 50 points. Group 6 scored 55 points. Group 7, 55. Group 8, 0 for no work done. Group 9, 52.5. And then group 10, 50 points.
Okay,
So that is for project 2.
All right.
Okay, so
project 3, yes.
Solomon, let me come in a bit. So Solomon has scored it right. Just that there is an omission for introduction, and then the 2 points for introduction, and I think there's another 2 points for. So I added those. So you have 2 marks for using the exact playground, and then 2 marks for introduction. So I added those 4 points.
Okay, an extra 4. Okay.
Exactly, and so group 2 were able to do everything out of the playground in 1 minute. So they scored full 6 points. That is, you have 2 points for creativity. So that is how come they had 66.
Okay, brilliant. If you check our WhatsApp platform, because of connectivity challenges, we agreed that we won't use the time. Or we were discussing it that we won't use the time. Because if you do that, then somebody with a connectivity challenge will lose all the mark for that.
Okay, so I think
you're right.
You can meet offline and then.
Yeah, so we'll meet offline and then sort it out.
All right. So that is it. So the judges will collate the results and then they will bring it to us. So now we'll be waiting for our judges. So whilst we are waiting for our judges,
you should be showing us their project, their STEM project. While we are waiting, you can just display their project.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yes. So let's go to their projects.
Yes. For the STEM research.
Yes. So we are starting from group 1. And you're also going to gain marks for your STEM projects. So if you didn't do well in the competition, don't worry. You still get marks here. Can you see my screen?
How robots are used in scientific research?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I can see.
Michelle.
Yeah, we can see.
Pierre, Kodia, Kofi Danso, and Nana. Program directed handling and reading for various aspects of biological biochemical research, ranging from flow cytometers to specific molecular biology applications such as PCR preparation and purification. Currently begin cell culture development.
Okay, that's testing it.
I reach to help develop innovative solutions and create foundation for information gathering and analysis. What if we become relevant like never before for science?
Soundproof. Yeah.
Special robots found for the first a robotic system has made mentally no human intellectual input. Scientists decide Adam to carry out the entire scientific process on its own, formulating hypotheses, designing and running experiments, analyzing data, and deciding which experiments to run next. The demonstration of autonomous science breaks major ground. Researchers have been automating portions of the scientific process for decades, using robotic laboratory instruments to screen for drugs and sequence genomes. But humans are usually responsible for forming the hypothesis and designing experiments themselves. After the experiments are complete, the humans must accept themselves drug control. During this COVID-19 pandemic, researchers have increased the use of robots in helping to find a cure for this terrible disease. Examples of robots are military robots. Military robots have been created to help the military in wars.
Because of I don't care.
As you can see in this picture, you see a lady having a military robot which she can control and which has a core and has a camera on the top. So you can see what the robot is seeing through the camera. So we also have moon exploration robots. These type of robots have been programmed to be sent to the moon, have been sent to add in shipping robots. Now robots have been built to help in factories and helping shipping the things. So as you can see in the picture here, we see that this small little robot is lifting two boxes. So this goes to show you that robots are important and that they should not be taken for granted as they are part of our lives now. Thank you. Group name, Disco Bots.
Okay, so that is the presentation from group 1. Let's go to the next group, group 2. Can you see my screen?
Discovery
Yes, sir.
Group 2. Kofi Juma. See that Gatsi. Eda Kosi Fako. Miguel Wasi. Okay, Segla. NASA finds a new way to go to Mars. NASA now has a new way to go to Mars. They use a robot called Mars 2020. It is made up of an UFO ship, a rocket compartment, and space rover. Now, no one will go to Mars and be as hot as the sun or be as cold as ice. Aldebaran Robotics creates Now. Now is a family social robot for the family. People now know not only humans can be social, robots too can be social. Now is a little robot that is the perfect family robot. With lots of programming, it's able to act like a human. Acrobat Android impresses people at Disney Park. This Android is capable of doing stunts in the air. This robot has to be programmed very well because one mistake can be a big disaster. However, it can be a replacement for Acrobat. Sony creates Sony Eyeball. This robotic dog acts just like a dog. It is programmed to act like a dog. It is the perfect robot dog if you want a dog. Eyeball is a series of robot dogs designed and manufactured by Sony. Sony announced the first Eyeball prototypes in the mid-1980s. So Eyeball will be advanced in the future. Advantages of robots. Robots like children can keep children and youth company. Spot the industrial dog can help in construction sites and carry weights not higher than 31 pounds. Handle can help in shipping and cargo ports. Examples of robots: Chip, Pepper, Sony Aigo, EV3, NX2, Vex Ico, Vex 123, and M-Bot. Thank you.
So that is group 3, group 2. Let's go to group 3. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Group 3, good job, good job, good job. Hey, group 2. Group 2, good job.
This is group 3.
Group 2, good job.
My name is Salati. Hello, nice to meet you, Salati. Nice to meet you too. So I wanted to talk to you about robotics. Since I learned that you are a scientist at the Ghana Robotics Academy Foundation. Yes, that's right. My first question is that What is robotics?
Right. So robotics is, I would say it's a branch of technology. So a branch of technology that deals with the construction and the operations of robots.
So, what are some challenges that the robotics industry faces here in Ghana?
Mainly the resources for it, the interest in the area, or the awareness. That's what I would say might some of the challenges, yes.
What are the benefits of robots and automation?
In automation, okay. So as I earlier said, when I was explaining what robotics is, robots are mainly used for mundane tasks where they might be tedious and also the complex ones as well. And so, yes, we human beings like to relax. You don't want to always do too much work. So if you have something that is going to assist you to work faster, to have a wider reach, that means if you're a person and you have to go to, for example, in a car manufacturing business, you have so many workers in the assembly line putting together the doors, the ties. It might take a while, but if you use a robot, they might even work 24 hours around the clock. And so this is where robots are really important. Automation, not just in manufacturing, but even in research work. And people, right, robots are not only just physical, you have chatbots as well. Sometimes in a chat, when you go to an online shop, someone will be chatting with you. Now it's automated. A robot could be chatting with you, right? And instead of someone always behind the computer, or you could program a robot to analyze data for you. So that is how robots are important. Yes.
Thank you.
So that is group 3.
Oh, no. Okay.
So we go to group 4.
So I have a chicken, I have everything. So just
in the center FCC as that does. Topics for research. Can you set up a robot to collect data for a scientific inquiry? Which sensors can be used and what types of data can they collect? Keywords. A robot is a machine resembling human beings and able to replicate certain human movements and functions automatically. Data is a process of inspecting, cleansing, transforming and modeling data with the goal of discovering useful information, informing conclusions, and supporting decision making. Sensors. A sensor is a window for a robot to the environment. Question 1. Can you set up a robot to collect data for scientific inquiry? Manufacturing companies are installing ever-increasing numbers of robots. These machines are taking on many of the dirty and dangerous jobs previously performed by human workers. The reason why robotic automation is the way forward are many and various, but hinge on repeatability, consistency, speed, and dexterity. Robots can do far more than just manipulate materials, workpieces, or tools. They can gather and send data about the processes they work on, and they can respond to data sent by other machines. Thus, robots are an essential component of Industry 4.0. Which sensors can be used? The key to data capture is the sensors, incorporated into many new robotic work cells. Cameras locate in 2D and 3D space and send coordinates to the robot controller. This generates offsets to the program point, and the robot repositions the robot view accordingly. Continuation of which sensors can be used. Vision systems aren't the only sensor technology producing data. Monitoring and force sensors provide feedback on assembly fit, tightness, and even weight. Part dimensions can be logged through feedback from groupers. Temperatures can be recorded by incorporating thermocouples in appropriate locations. What type of data can they collect? In Industry 4.0, data from machines. Robots can receive information from upstream processes about the network fish to arrive. This might be size or weight. It could even find the staff.
body or manipulate material properties like hardness. Just as one might tell about the next job, robots share information and adapt as needed.
I'm coming.
Information about the manufacturing process. Analysis will reveal trends of value, including the conditions, waste reduction. Cycle time variation might be seasonal. Some of the things could affect heat treatment results. Raw material sources could correlate with how some parts vary in size, etc. In every case, robot and robotic technology help capture data needed to evaluate process improvement. The measures on what we are down. Robots are at work at almost every manufacturing sector, making quality and increasing output. Advanced sensor technology and the connectivity of Industry 4.0, they can capture process data on every cycle. Subsequent analysis with data through a human judgment, provide insights ever before realized, and open the door to higher efficiency.
So that is Group 4's presentation. Group 5.
My name is Jeremy Uko, and I'm presenting for Bountiful. Group 5. How can machine learning be incorporated in data collection? My teammates are Spencer Ayim, Starlight Montessori School, Eileen Senam Akoli, right?
Break.
Montessori School. The last is Samuel, Bediako Memorial Institute. Who invented data collection? In order to shorten the time it takes for creating the census, in 1890, the manufacturers invented the tabulating machine. This machine was capable of systematically processing data recorded on punch cards. And while statistics had its place before the 1800s, it was then applied more broadly as a result of this machine. Herman would later become known for founding IBM. Fast forward a bit into the mid-1900s and the invention of the computer, the crisis. A picture of Herman Hollerith, a picture of the tabulating machine. What is data collection? Data collection is the process of gathering and measuring information on targeted variables in an established system, which then enables one to answer relevant questions and evaluate outcomes. Data is a collection of information gathered by observation, questioning, or measurement. Data is often organized in graphs or charts for analysis and may include facts, numbers, or measurements. What is machine learning? Machine learning is an application of artificial intelligence, AI, that provides systems the ability to automatically learn and improve from experience without being explicitly programmed. Machine learning focuses on the development of computer programs that can access data and use it to learn for themselves. A picture of machine learning. Types of machine learning. Unsupervised learning. Under unsupervised learning, there is dimensionality reduction. and class there's classification and regression and reinforcement learning. Under reinforcement learning, there is real-time decisions, robot navigation, learning tasks, skill acquisition, and game AI. Why is data collection important? Data allows you to store a record of past events so that as good as the data from which they have built. So, data collection developing high-performing models. For example, not benefit from size from gas prices over time. Data collection is a major bottleneck in machine learning and an active research topic in multiple communities. Data collection has recently become a critical as machine learning is becoming more widely. We are seeing what's necessary, not labeled data. Traditional machine learning, preparing techniques automatically generate features, instance users in data collection, and not only from the
I know.
Okay, so that is group 5. That is group 5 present. This is group 6.
Where robots are used. The group members who participated are Fiosina Lukwe, Shordin Ehim, Kekeli Akapo, Edric Ewa, and Alexander Ampofu. Robot. A robot is a machine, especially one programmable by a computer, which is capable of carrying out a complex series of actions automatically. Robots can be guided by an external control device, or the control may be embedded within. Robots may be constructed on the lines of human form, but most robots are machines designed to perform a task with no regard to their aesthetics. Robots continue to make headlines in 2017.
I thought you were talking to me.
It's based on the areas of robots research. In the areas of robots research, we have cognition, behavioral science, and child development. We're going to take them one by one and discuss them. We start with computer simulation. Computer simulation is the process of mathematical modeling, which is and it's designed to predict the behavior or the outcome of a real world or physical system. Computer simulations have become a useful tool for the mathematical modeling of many natural systems in physics, which is computational physics, astrophysics, dermatology, chemistry, biology, and manufacturing. Below are the pictures of computer simulation. We have computer simulation, living in computer simulation and computer simulation of the Earth. Now we come to neuroscience. Neuroscience or neurobiology is the scientific study of the nervous system. It combines physiology, anatomy, molecular biology, developmental biology, cytology. These are the pieces of neuroscience. Cognition. Cognition refers to the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and the senses. It is the field of linguistics, anesthesia, neuroscience, psychiatry, psychology, education, etc. So this is how cognition looks like. It is consists of the brain, and the brain.
Are you taking the new one, the new thing?
Behavioral science. Behavioral science is a branch of social science that derives its concept from observation of the behavior of living organisms. It is the study of human habits, like actions and intentions. As we can see in the image here, the human brain is connected to the human heart. And also the human brain is like a set of gears or wheels which are connected together. And they work anytime that we use our brain. So
we lock the door.
It involves biological, psychological, and emotional changes that occur in human beings between birth and the conclusion of adolescence. In the course of development, the individual human progresses from dependency to increasing autonomy. Like you can see in the image below, this robot is one of the child development robots. They promote child development. And this and many other robots help in everyone, both children. Acknowledgement. We had our research sources from
Wi-Fi is in my lunchbox.
So that is 6. That is 6.
Where you gave it to me? Or you gave it?
There. No, you took it. You got it on your screen.
Let's go to group 7.
My name is Nyamad. I am presenting on behalf of Group 7, also known as the Robotics Chat, on the topic, what types of data are the robots able to acquire? Other members of Robotics Chat who participated are Jonathan, who would look at as well as the types acquired by robots and conclusion. A robot is a machine, especially one programmable capable of carrying out a complex series of actions automatically. Robots can be guided by an external control device or the computer may be embedded. Robots are constructed from the lines of human form, but most robots are machines designed to perform language opens card. Next code BR, which is based on the complex code. The same programming environment is for examples of robots are bipedal humanoid robots, body robots, and quadrupedal military robots.
Oh, USB one.
What will be? Okay. All right.
Robots are numeric data,
Zach, say like not wrong. Not wrong. Now also I'm
This type of data shows the position of objects
That's what I did.
that measures these coordinates. All coordinates represent a specific
Examples of robots are. So I added the pictures there. And here's an example.
And finally, position set. Straight data refers characters as a literal constant or a variable. It allows its elements to change or alter. String data can be stored as global variables or local variables. Variant type. Variant type can store a variety of data whose data type is not specified. This is when data whose data type These types of data can be collected using robots to support, for example, health research during this coronavirus pandemic. Through the initial interaction between suspected COVID-19 Google search engine, and our main references are www.robotics.com, wikipedia.com, www.blogspot.com, and www.facebook.com.
Okay. Group 7. Please, if your audio is on, kindly mute it. Okay, so let's go to group 8.
Hello guys, my name is Ibrahim. I'm here presenting on behalf of Tato. What big data is the difference between collection and analysis of data in a low-value.
All right. Okay. So the final scores are ready.
Funny mommy are hungry out a lot. I'm telling mommy and your code now, or this time will be our
Okay, so
kindly mute me. I'm trying to mute it. It appears you are controlling it over there. Kindly mute me. This is Godfred. Thank you.
okay.
Yes.
Right. So, Mr. Seth, can you mute all participants because we are having some feedback. Those who want to talk will mute themselves.
Okay, Stephen. So the final scores are ready.
Okay.
Right, so at the end of today's competition, I would first and foremost want to congratulate all the groups for a good job done. They've really done well, having gone through this maybe more than 2-hour presentation. So group 1 scored 88.7 points. 88.7 points. Group 2 scored 96.7 points. Group 2, 96.7 points. Group 3 scored 83.3 points. Group 3, 83.3 points. Group 4 scored 59.0. 59.0. Group 5 scored 87.3 points. 87.3. Group 6 scored 91.0. 91.0. Group 7 scored 90.7. 90.7. Group 8 scored 35.7. 35.7. Group 9 scored 88.5. 88.5. And Group 10 scored 38.0. 38.0. So at the end of today's wonderful competition, Group 2 is crowned as the champions or the winners of this competition. And the first runner-up is Group 6 with 91.0. 91.0. And the second runner-up is Group 7 with 90.7 points. 90.7 points. So Group 2 came first with 96.7. Group 6 came second with 91.0. And Group 7 came third with 90.7 points. Thank you so much.
So Group 2 is the winner of the end of term competition. Who is the champ of Group 2 members?
Please, Group 10 has not presented the project work.
Yes, we are finished. We gave you time to do it. We gave you time to do it. We gave you time to do it. All right.
So would you want me to go over the scores again?
Yes,
please. Yes, please.
All right, so I would go over the scores again. So Group 1 scored 88.7 points. 88.7 points. Group 2 scored 96.7 points. 96.7 points. Group 3 scored 83.3 points. 83.3 points. 4 scored 59.0. 59.0. Group 5 scored 87.3. 87.3. Group 6 scored 91.0. 91.0. Group 7 scored 90.7. 90.7. Group 8 scored 35.7. 35.7. Group 9 scored 88.5. 88.5. And Group 10 scored 38.0. 38.0. So Group 2 came first with 96.7. Group 6 came second with 91.0. And Group 7 came third with 90.7. Thank you.
Okay, so that is it. That is it.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I kindly say something, please?
Yes.
This is a parent. My name is Na Dromo. I would kindly want to find out. I think that, well, thank you for the results, Mr. Alute. But you know, as you progressed, you gave the first round of results. We all knew, you know, the results. Then it came to the second round of results. Then is it the third round? So is it possible to just get those, you know, if it's okay?
Get the scores for the various rounds.
Right, before the total.
For the total, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, this is Jeremy's mom. I second what Nadromo said. Can we please get the marks? per category, please.
Okay.
Okay, so I would come your way with the marks in just a minute.
Okay, if possible, if you can share your screen for us to, for everyone to be cleared with the results, so that we know this is what each group got in the first, the second, and then the third.
So let's know the marks for the third round. Thanks.
So the judges are coming, so let me present the last presentation whilst we are waiting for them. This is group 9.
Please now come and mention. It is me.
Okay, Mr. Ahin.
Yes, sir.
Please, can you hold on so I can share my screen?
Sure.
Let me see. Bring that to. I don't see what I've done this.
Mr. Ahin, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. You can go ahead.
All right. So, parents, please, can you see my screen as well?
Yes. Yes, please. Yes, you can. I can see it.
All right.
Group
So,
9 and 10.
Then we can see group 9.
Please, we can see for group 9 and 10.
okay, I'll scroll it up in a minute so you can see.
Yes. Thank
Okay,
you.
So this is the scorecard for Madam Abina. So that's how she scored each of the rounds. Okay, on your screen, that is how she scored each of the rounds. So please, with your permission, I'll move to the next judge.
Okay.
Amber.
Well, let me move.
All right, so can I move to the next judge?
Yes, you may.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Right.
Yes, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So that is my scorecard. So I have the raw the very raw data in here with all the bonus as they were awarded and all that in here. So for the score card for Abena, that was transferred, so you wouldn't see the bonus, but then everything was put in the total. But then mine has the very raw set of scores. So I was scoring everything. So I'll scroll it up and down so you can have a look at every figure.
Oh, give it to me, dear Ben. Oh.
All right, so I'll move on to the next judge, which is Solomon. So once again, this has been transferred on here.
Daniel, can we go back to your project and let me see something?
All right. Okay. So you have it again.
Okay. So let's look at the total scores for Group 3.
Group 3. Okay.
Okay. So did you? I don't know. Did you find average or because it seems the scores here for all the groups, the scores here are more than.
Okay. So what you can, so this is not picked. What you have here that is not picked by the master average score sheet.
Okay.
So I have added other scores from the other projects on here. So on the master score sheet, what is being picked is the STEM project, which is the research work.
Okay.
And then the challenge, the VR maze or the robot.
Okay.
And then the blocker. So only these 3 columns in my score sheet are picked up.
Okay.
So you can pay attention to that when I go back to my score sheet. So just forget about the other figures.
All right.
And then look at the columns with the VR maze, the block card.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Profits.
Okay, I think you can continue.
All right, so we go to Solomon. So that is a scorecard for Solomon. So when you're okay with it, then I'll go so you can have a look at the averages.
Parents, I'm waiting for you.
Yes, and I think next time for every category, if you can tell us the total scores and what you are marking for, so that we, the parents at home, can actually pay attention and give our own scores so that we can be able to compare to what the judges have given. Because the project work, the research one, I was actually marking by diction, how fluent, how confident the person was presenting their project work. I was also marking for content, what they actually researched, and I was also marking for the pictures that they added, included with all these things. So that is what I was marking for. That's why I was a bit surprised at some of the results. But like I'm saying, I'm not a judge, so maybe next time, if the judges can give us the criteria they are using to mark per category,
so that we, the parents, because I'm sure Nadroma was also paying attention. That's why she raised this issue, and I was also paying attention to. So maybe next time you can give us what you are looking out for. Then we, the parents, can also try and see what we can do and compare. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
I think
again,
you spoke my mind. I
yes.
think you spoke my mind. Thank you. So yes, I am still confused, but well, I'm not sure. I believe that I don't know what the judges were looking out for. I believe what you were looking out for is what influenced the scores. And yes, like the madam who just spoke before me did, maybe it would be good to let us know what you're looking for, so that in our, in guiding the children, we can help them, put it across in the best way possible. Yeah, so thank you.
Yeah, but now I think that it is still not too late for the judges to help us with the criteria, the research
Yes,
especially.
so I actually have
Help us.
the criteria I
Yes,
use
please. Can you help us? Thank you.
for the research, so I can go on it very briefly, and then give you an insight as to how I scored each of the groups. Okay, so for group one, now we are looking at introduction. I mean, for all the groups. For all the groups, we are looking for introduction. We are looking for proper presentation of work and of facts. And then we're also looking at those who would present and then show the face of the presenter. That attracted an extra mark for being innovative in showing the presenter as well as showing the board. So it's like a form of picture in picture. Okay, so for group one, they presented their work very marvelously. They did very well. In fact, with all the various items I was looking for. And then I also saw the face of the presenter. So I scored an extra mark for that. So instead of they having 20 points, I scored them 21. I scored group 1 21 for being innovative in showing the face of the presenter. Group 2 had everything accurate and everything correct. Boldness, eloquency, presentation of facts, information, everything was spot on. But then they didn't show the face of the presenter. So I scored them full marks without any bonus. So they had 20 points. 20 points for that. Amber, I'm on phone, okay? Please, let the voice come down. Okay, now for group 3. For group 3, their work was, in fact, super advanced. And as a judge, I saw that there is a hand of an adult in there. Parents, kindly excuse me for that, but we are looking for a standard work as well. Their presentation was so much advanced, and I could see clearly that they were assisted by an adult. On that score, I deducted 2 points or 2 marks. So I scored them 18. Secondly, they interviewed a scientist. They interviewed a scientist. I think somebody who is an expert in robotics. So I scored an extra 1 mark for them. So that took them to 19 points. 19 points. So I took 2 out, and then I added 1 for being innovative, going out to interview the robotics specialist. For group 4, they presented everything accurately and it was standard. So I scored them 20 marks for everything. But then I have a little remarks for the presenter. I don't know the name of the gentleman. Amy, well, if you go inside. Go inside now. Now, go to the hall. Amber, to the hall. Amarisa, to the hall. Go. Okay, so for group 4, yes, everything was standard. So I scored them 20 points. But then I have a little remarks for the presenter. I don't know the name of the gentleman, but he was mentioning figures. Instead of saying 4.0, he was saying 4.0 several times. And as an engineer, I think we should get the kids to speak accurate engineering language or mathematical language right from the start. So it's supposed to be 4.0 and not 4.0. So parents, let's pay attention to these little things or little mistakes that the children make. It's very important as they grow up and as they present in various locations and in various capacities. These are things that are very minute, but they are very important. So 4.0 and not 4.0. All right, now let's go to group 5. Group 5, that was presented by Jeremy Uko. Now, I wrote this gentleman's name because of the way he presented the facts.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, how are you, everyone? Sorry, I was having an interview with Metro TV. That's why I've not been following. But now I'm back. Please, I've been hearing there are some team members who didn't help some other team members. There are some who did, etc. He said, I want our parents on the call to understand that this is a competition. And then being a competition, there are two things that we are looking at here. We are looking at how effective the students work together. Two, we are also looking at the time in which they were able to do these things. We are not going to get 100% or all the teams winning. That is not possible. But at the same time, we want to simulate where the kids and the parents can support. For example, we found out that Team 10, I've been observing last competition, Team 10, the same, they didn't work together. And we even called them, we send out message to the parents to help. So please, let's just announce the score we have, then we can go ahead and discuss with the parents, because if not, we'll be here till 7 p.m. And I don't think that would be helpful for us. So if we won't mind, let's go ahead, announce the ranking, and unless there is other issues that we are not yet satisfied with, then we can resolve that so that we don't go along till 7. We plan for just 2 hours. Now it's 3.5 hours.
Yeah, so I think the results has already been announced by the judges.
Okay.
But just some of the parents expressed their dissatisfaction about it, and then they wanted to know the criteria that the judges went through in awarding the marks.
Bye-bye.
That was why
you know what
Mr. Daniel was going through. But Ansley.
Okay, finish when you are done.
Yeah, so I think just as you have said, if we try to go about it bit by bit, details of it, each talking is going to take a lot of time. What we want everyone to understand is that all the children have done well. My boss said we call them engineers. All the engineers have done well. They've done a great work. I was even surprised. Even the best VR project I gave them, I was expecting that it would take about 3 minutes. Almost all the took about a minute to do.
Stephen.
Mr. Daniel.
Yeah, so I started something I haven't finished. I'm sure some of the parents will also be looking out for their groups. So let me kindly round that up, and then you can take it over.
All right.
Okay, so for group 5.
And Daniel, please let's just do it fast. And once you complete this side, we can go on to closing. And I believe that if parents want details of the scores and everything, they can contact Steve and Seth for the details later, right. And then they can scrutinize it. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So for group.
Yeah. So on that note, can we just run up? I mean, there's no need for telling us the detail, why group 4, what was the remark, etc. I think these details can come to us at individual group level. I'm not sure, but this is what I think we should do so that we can close early.
That's okay. All right, so the next on our agenda is we want to thank them for all that they have.
Can I talk? Can I talk before?
Okay, yes.
And what I want to tell all the children that each one of them did an amazing job. And as looking at the effort that they put in this project is so amazing. And some of them, they couldn't perform because the team members did not help them. So what we are going to do as management is that every child that participated in the project, we will still take you to the next level. So don't worry about it, okay? So even your group is last, by the end of the day, you were able to meet your team members, you were able to coordinate, you were able to put those projects in together. Don't give up. We are taking you to the next level so that the next level, we will get only the active members so that the team that we will put you in will be only those who are active so that we will not hear the complaint about I couldn't perform well because my team members couldn't help me. So I don't want to hear I don't want anybody to be sad.
The next level, look at those who are active and others.
The next level. So everyone that participated, we are taking you to the next level. So don't worry about it. Then from that level, we will be able to pick up the best teams. That one, no excuse.
I don't know whether they're writing 30 and it's when
that one, no excuse that we were the only two people that did the work. We were no. So because parents are calling me, the children are crying because their team members couldn't help them. That's why they couldn't perform well. That's why we are coming out with this decision that we will still pick every child that participated to the next level. Then we will create another competition among those teams. So that no excuse anymore. Then we'll be able to pick our final team and prepare them for the competition. I hope this will help all of us for us to feel happy. We don't want any child who is in our program to feel sad. The program is for everyone. Some might be good with programming, some might be good with presentation. So that's what we want to do. So we love you guys, and we will still expect to see everyone again. And everybody will, except those who couldn't participate. They never show up in the team meeting. We will start training them again to have that teamwork zeal before we will take them to the next level. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. Now, parents, I want all our parents to know the kids, especially all my students, the engineers, all my engineers and programmers and developers. Don't be discouraged. Everyone will have opportunity to be part of the competition. Even if you, so long you are committed. I told you that failures is part of what we do. As an engineer, you design something and will fail. That is why your program we have debugging. There will be bug in it and you have to fix it. So don't be discouraged. During the summer, we're going to work with all those who their team didn't do well. So that parents, let's schedule a time. All of the kids that were in a team and because of their team members, they didn't do well, that we will be able to provide those opportunities for them to compete again so that they can qualify. All the team that, especially those who work so hard to get here, even if you are the last team, you still can be part of the competition. So please, what I want you to know, it is not about the competition, but it is what have you learned in this process. For the 13 weeks, what have you learned? What are some of the mistakes you've made that you're going to learn from? So we encourage parents not to be discouraged, and the kids, don't cry. I don't want you guys to cry. Failure is part of programming, it's part of being an engineer. You take even your placement test, sometimes you don't pass, but you retake them again, and then you pass. In the process, you find out that, oh, what did I do wrong? I couldn't study well, or I didn't plan well. So that is part of it. And during the summer, we're going to teach a lot of teamwork. And we want to encourage parents, because some of the kids are crying today because some parents never respond to their calls. And that won't help. So please, we thank you all. We appreciate you. And my judges, thank you for the hard work you've done to be able to come here. So if any comment from a parent before we conclude, we need maybe 2 or 3 parents can just give us a comment, then we close. Hello? Do we have any parents who have a comment? Okay.
Yes, hello.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I think that Selena and Seth has actually nailed it with your closing comments. It is very important, you know, as part of a team, there are some of the children who will be serious about the project works and the kind of thing that is happening here. There are other kids who would also take it as something that is normal, just like their everyday thing that they do, and would not really participate. And clearly in the presentations, you can hear some of the groups say the names of people they got collaboration with. And it's very important that once people show this kind of attitude, because without attitude, you cannot get anywhere. So the children who are showing that attitude, the leadership skills, collaboration, bringing the people together and all that, we need to give these children opportunity. It is possible that because of the teams they find themselves in, they had several challenges and they were not able to meet the expectation per the criteria given. So I'm very much in favor of that idea. And I think that it will go a long way to help all the children overall. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you too.
Okay, everyone, thank you. No other comments?
Yes,
go ahead.
I have a comment.
Go ahead.
Yes, this is Daniel.
Good.
Yes. So what I want to say to the parents and then to the kids who have done this wonderful job today is that they've all done well. They've all put in much. Now, what is paramount here is not who is first and who is second. It is what we are learning. Okay, so if today you've been part of a group that nobody is contributing and you are the only one working and you have felt the pressure, okay, you have seen how inactive teamwork or inactive teams can produce bad results. I think the child today would have picked something, would have learned that if I'm part of a team, I need to contribute, I need to work, because if I don't, this is exactly how my teammates or my team members or who the group leader is will feel. So as a group leader today, if your group members didn't work, the child has learned something very, very valuable and very important. And I don't want the parents to lose hope and to be dejected about the scores of today's competition. That is nothing. We'd rather build some capacity in the minds and in the hearts and in the development of the children, which they are going to grow up with. Teamwork is very important. And as we go through these stages and the children are learning, they will know all these things and they will incorporate them into themselves and grow up with it. So those, like Seth said, those who didn't get opportunity because their team members or their team could not contribute or help them, they will be given the opportunity. And if you are a little bulb or a little lamp, and you are put in the midst of very thick darkness, you will still shine. So please, parents, encourage your kids. Don't let them be dejected by what they have seen in the scores for today. It is just one of those things. What is in them is greater than what has come out today, and there is still more room for improvement. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Thank you all. And please, parents, don't forget to sign up for the summer. We'll be sending you the link just after this evening. You will get the link and the flyer. So please sign up. And we are excited for a summer camp that we're going to have. We'll be, as I said, you're going to learn new skills. At the same time, you're going to be preparing, especially those who didn't do well in this project. We will work with you to catch up. At the same time, those who you think you guys did so well, the pressure is on you. So we're going to start learning advanced programming skills. We are moving from, we'll be doing a block, but we'll continue to, in the summer, we'll do a lot of pattern programming, where the kids will be able to do text programming instead of block programming. So don't miss the summer, and then you will have opportunity to talk to other students in the UK and in the US on how they are preparing for their competition. So don't miss the summer. The summer will be a big deal. So please, we'll be sending that out. Thank you all for today, and I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your weekend, and then have the 1 week break. Then we'll get back again for our summer camp. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye, everyone. Bye.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Bye.
Bye.
Good. Bye.